Hi there, everyone. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you on today, going into the 31st of August, 2013. Today is a Saturday, so we're going to be talking about what is going to be occurring for you out here across the Western Pacific for your weekend. But the top story, of course, is this cold front that is dashing through much of Western Japan today, bringing some heavy rain showers out here to Western Japan and also over towards the Hokuriku region in Northern Japan. Not to mention, we have Tropical Storm Kong-Rey still out here, but a lot of the convection that was associated with this storm is continuing to bring heavy rain, and not heavy is kind of a kind word to use for this. I think more of a proper word would be absurd. Absurd amount of rainfall to portions of Taiwan. 953 millimeters recorded here in the past 48 hours. 3 casualties have been reported. Numerous homes have been flooded. And I kind of have to just say, oh my, to this, because we still have heavy rain showers across this area. It's still coming down. It's not ended. Unfortunately, as Kong-Rey pulled off there towards the north, a lot of this convection continued to linger. And some of the models even expect these thunderstorms you see here on the radar to spin up into something possibly by Monday. So more rain to Taiwan. It's something that doesn't need to be said, but I will say it. More flooding and the very serious risk of mudslides and landslides is going to continue to linger out here across much of the island of Taiwan through the coming days. So we're going to continue to watch that really closely. I'll dive more into that but when I get to the models. But I also want to talk about where Kong-Rey is right now. And you can't really see it here on this imagery. Let's pull up a visible one. And the reason we can see it here on the visible satellite imagery when it was shot during the daytime is because the IR imagery, if we could scroll back here, this only picks up on cloud temperatures and cloud tops. The higher the cloud tops, the colder they are. So they get picked up here, and typically the bright whites mean strong thunderstorms because they're much higher, much thicker. Now, as we look ahead into the visible imagery, you can see that low-level circulation, that little swirl there spinning up here well north of Taiwan. So I know on the infrared imagery, it looks like the bulk of the convection is still down there over much of southeastern China. But then when it's revealed where the storm actually is, it is cruising out here at a very fast pace towards the northeast along that frontal system, which is now dominating much of Japan. So that is actually where it is. We take a look at the Japan Meteorological Agency and their track on this storm system as it goes through the next 24 hours. They only warn out 24 hours at this point because, well, it's really just going to merge in with this frontal system. And with that said, the front and our incoming Kong-Rey have already been causing some problems across portions of Japan here. Flooding seen in parts of western Kyushu as well. We still have those heavy rain and flood warnings continuing in effect across much of the region. Not just western Kyushu, but even extending out there towards the Hokuriku region. So very serious flooding occurring in Niigata. So this is kind of the common picture we're seeing here today. And unfortunately, throughout the day here on Saturday, the showers are going to continue to linger. We look ahead, this is by Saturday afternoon, especially along the Sea of Japan coastline. This is where the heaviest rain showers are really going to be, all from Fukuoka, where evacuation advisories have already been placed, extending out there through the Hokuriku region. We still could see pop-up thunderstorms all along the Pacific coast, including those of you at Iwakuni, Shikoku, Kinki, extending out even to the Tokyo area. I don't think Tokyo so much itself. I think around the Kanagawa and coastal areas where you see these rain showers. Tokyo itself is going to be dealing with some extreme heat on Saturday, mainly because of these southerly winds continuing to stream in around the storm system, which is going to be riding along that front along the western portions of Japan here. Also, the waves being kicked up, some pretty rough surf all along the coastal areas. But what this is also acting as is some warm air advection. And as we can see here, this is at the peak of daytime heating on Saturday. Temperatures in the mid to high 30s across not only Tokyo, extending down there towards Nagoya as well. Really all along the eastern seaboards of the Pacific coast of Japan, temperatures just getting hot. But look behind it, we have some cold air advection coming in because that front, it's a classic cold front. And as it pushes through, let's look ahead in the Sunday, even go ahead in the Monday. Overnight hours. Actually, this is right around 0600 Japan Standard Time. Temperatures dropping into the single digits across much of central Japan. Tokyo, you still say into the teens, but yeah, it's starting to cool off. This is what it should be looking like for September. So yeah, that is what that looks like for now. At least midweek next week, the showers are going to slowly taper off. But at least in the Sunday and Monday, it's still a pretty good chance. Western Japan, you're still going to see some heavy showers, possibly mainly into the afternoon hours. But what we are seeing is some instability in that boundary continuing to linger in this area. And like I said, all of that convection, all of that moisture is still lingering around Taiwan. Well, there's a possibility you see some low-level circulation spinning up here according to this model. We can even compare this up with the NavGem. It's been stronger on that development of an area into the Taiwan region, pushing a storm just off the eastern seaboard and then looping back there towards the west. I want to storm is kind of liberal with that word, but a little tropical depression possibly. Otherwise, there's not much going on. As far as the long-range model outlooks, that's the good news across much of this area. I know next week on this day, we expect our Western Pacific weather meet and greet in Okinawa. And fair weather looks like it's going to be dominating that area. So that is also very, very good news. We still have gale warnings as well in effect for northern portions of Luzon. I do want to quickly mention that some pretty windy conditions there. But in general, the Philippines are seeing some rather decent conditions, especially in comparison to what we saw last week and the week prior. We also still had our little Invest 93W as a tropical depression northeast of Luzon. I know some people were kind of getting worried about. No, you don't need to get worried about it. It's nothing. It's falling apart. It's going to get run up with this cold front there towards the north. Yeah. So, yeah, that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. Hey, here's a fun question of the day. Please let me know where you are watching this from. Just really curious. Something I'm trying to get some feedback on and see where the biggest community is. So, yeah, if you watched all the way to the end, please answer that question. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.